Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. I have spoken to so many people in the last week about the intense pressure that they feel under. The pressure to be visible, the pressure to have it all together, the pressure to be seen to be doing things you don't necessarily want to be doing. Financial pressure, emotional pressure, work pressure, business pressure, relationship pressure. The pressure to do all the things and be a whole, fully formed, brand new, shiny person just because it's been January. Oof, I feel the pressure just talking about it. We're a couple of days away from February. Welcome. Well done. You made it. I hope you feel the pressure is dimming just a little bit, remembering that spring is just around the corner. If you haven't noticed, I took the whole of January off social media. I was silent on the gram. I've already got lots of hilarious animal posts ready for my return, don't you worry. So please do come follow me over at I'm Fran Excel and at Enneagram and Excel if you're keen to learn more about that too. Of course, the podcast went out. My Wednesday email went out every week without fail. I was around, but behind the scenes. I've been in my own personal pressure cooker as late, as you'll likely be aware if you're on my email list or if you've been around these parts for a while. It's still not appropriate to talk about it just yet, but I'm sure by now you've read between the lines to understand what's been going on for me in my personal life. But that's the thing with pressure, right? Sometimes something has to give. And for me, that was social media in January. I just really needed the time offline. And lots of you have been so lovely and sent me messages asking if I'm okay. And the answer is absolutely yes. Thank you very much for asking. I hugely appreciate it. I'm looking after myself, using all the tools in my toolkit, giving myself what I need and practicing what I preach. I'm all good. But what was really, really lovely is most of the messages were along the lines of, I just want to check in that you're okay because you've not been on stories for ages, but whatever might be going on for you, if anyone can handle it, I know it's you, which in all honesty really hit me in the feels and helped me see how much of a dramatic change doing this work has been for me. I used to be an anxiety-ridden little negative catastrophizer for the majority of my life. And even though knowing what I do and practicing what I preach doesn't mean that I don't have bad days or the proverbial doesn't hit the fan, I'm resilient AF these days and not so easy to rattle, which I never thought I'd be able to say. But I'm always wanting to be honest about realistic expectations and normalize negative emotions and bad days as a significant part of the human experience where a lot of positive things can come out of them. Curiosity is always going to be your best friend when it comes to this. But making sense of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors is such a game changer in all areas of life. And I want that for you because I know through training and been there, done it, got the t-shirt life experience, just how possible it is to achieve. And I also want you to know that these moments are where all the good change happens because diamonds are formed under pressure. All too often, we're taught that we shouldn't have negative emotions or bad days. We toxic positivity ourselves until the cows come home. And I promise you, that will not get you anywhere. Address, don't suppress. Our biggest lessons and transformations tend to come from leaning into our shadows. Having this attitude that good stuff is on the other side of anything negative really means the world to me, because it means I never see hard times or bad experience as inherently bad. I can be in them, feel all the feels, and ugly cry as much as I like, and be excited about what's to come. You know, sometimes things happen which allow you to go far deeper to the depths, of healing, far deeper than you ever could have gone on your own, right? Now, the next 6 months or so is still going to be hard for me, but every single day the sads heal a little bit and the excitement builds a little bit. And if you're on my email list, you'll know that this year for me is all about chasing joy. And joy for me in January wasn't on social media. And sometimes it is. But this time I knew I needed to be offline, Fran, for a bit. And it's been flipping glorious, I have to say. I've seen so many amazing friends. I've reconnected with people. I've had more laughs than I've had in ages. You know, these people that I've reconnected with have been hugely important to me in life. And I'm so glad I've been able to do that. And I'm absolutely in life rebuild mode. So trust me when I say there is an almighty glow up coming. I feel it in my waters. So much of our distress in life comes from fearing what might happen or what might not happen. There's such a focus on what we don't want that the fears can sometimes overwhelm us. And that leads to more distress. And then we're in the spiral. What I thought was genuinely one of my worst nightmares has happened. Plus, it's an almighty life upheaval in pretty much every area of life. And as an Enneagram 6, I'm not traditionally great with those. I'm a planner. I plan for all situations and outcomes. I usually have a plan A, B, and C, and probably D and E. I always have options. It's how I roll. It's how my nervous system feels safe. And I've had to let go of a lot of that over the last few months. And hard as it's been, I'm already reaping the rewards. I feel more solid in myself than I ever have been before, and I was already pretty solid in myself. I feel more clarity about what I do and don't want in my life and what I will and won't tolerate than I've ever had. I feel excitement for a future where I have literally no idea what it might hold, and who knew that was possible for me? I'm a freaking diamond, baby, and so are you. When you can start to look at the times in your life where it feels like all control is gone, this intense pressure, and there's a huge amount of big feelings and maybe some ugly crying and intense uncertainty. If you can see that as turning yourself into that big, beautiful diamond instead of something that's going to break you, how do you think you might handle things differently? At the moment, I feel this strange sense of peace and excitement. Yeah, there are days where it's underneath some uncertainty of fear. Of course there are. It's also letting go of worrying about anyone else's judgment, letting go of any guilt or resentment, and remembering that every single time I've been through anything awful in my life, anything I thought could break me, the glow up has been imminent, my friend. And this will be a pretty big glow up. So when you can let yourself sit with those big feelings and help them move through you, maybe dancing, breath work, exercise, or my favorite, big ugly cry, it happens so much faster. And you become more resilient. You increase your window of tolerance and your capacity to cope with what life throws at you. You are a magical creature who is capable of so much. So if you're facing something tough or new or a big change that's full of uncertainty, please remember that diamonds are formed under pressure. And the glow up is imminent. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you can. I'm here to believe in